One word describes Ashok Das: passion. What struck me first when I met Ashok is the passion with which he was rallying around his team to conduct the Indian Leadership Survey. Research was not a project for him, it was an engagement. He would actively get involved, he will push his team members to get actively engaged with the project. Whenever Ashok didn't have a logical answer to a challenging situation or numbers not stacking up, I remember he used to say, Satya, jo hai, so hai. That summarizes the sincerity and passion of Ashok Das. I wish him a very, very long and healthier life ahead. All the best, Ashok.
Hi, I've known Ashok Das for 3 decades. There is one record of Ashok Das that will be hard to beat in the MR industry. We worked together on the Indian Readership Survey for several years when I was with the Media Research Users Council. Then he joined our group to be the CEO of Hansa Research. He ran the IRS for 10 years for Hansa. In total, he was the architect and driver of the IRS for over 15 years. In Hansa Research, he was instrumental in creating the largest household panel for the Broadcast Audience Research Council. He ran that for at least 5 years. There isn't another researcher to my knowledge who has been the architect of 2 large-scale studies for such an extended period of time. Ashok built Hansa Research from a modest research company to be among the top 5 in the industry. That record stands. Ashok was and is a dear colleague. We fought many good battles together. I wish him good health and continuing travels across the world, which he loves to do.
I've known Ashok since the early 80s. Over the years, Ashok has made great contributions to media research through his pioneering work for MRUC, where he created the rural SEC, which helped complete our understanding of the Indian population. When I initiated the Reliance brand tracking study, Ashok's Hansa Research was the automatic choice because of his pragmatic approach, transparency, integrity, and most importantly, zero lip service but 100% hands-on involvement. That helped develop a long-term working relationship with RIL. As a friend, Ashok continues to demonstrate some of his professional traits, highly disciplined, courageous, and clear-headed, to solve the most complex jigsaw puzzles in a jiffy. Many thanks and congratulations to Ashok for being the guiding star in the field of research.
There are just so many things I can say about Ashok. I've known him for almost 30 years now. He's been a really great boss to begin with, and then he's become a dear friend, and I have learned so much from him, so much about his personality, about his the way he is as a human being. That matters to me. He's in terms of qualities, I think the biggest quality that that stands out for Ashok is his sharp-wittedness, sharp understanding of not just market research, but also the world at large in terms of what clients would require, what clients should know and should not know about, and those kind of things. His personal and professional integrity in front of all kinds of circumstances. I've seen him actually take decisions that have been really hard on the company itself, just to make sure that the employees of the company are not shortchanged and they don't suffer. This is a rare trait in today's world, where everyone looks after bottom lines and nothing about doesn't think at all about employees. His equanimity, no matter what the situation. I remember calling him up in panic from I'd gone to a political polling fieldwork situation, and there I was put up in the state guest house by the political party, and they had said that unless you allow us permission to use your data the way we want to use it, we will not let you go. So I, in panic, called up Ashok and said, what do I do? And Ashok just turned around and said, don't worry, they won't do anything to you. Just relax. Just stick to the principles and ethics that we subscribe to, the code of ethics that we subscribe to, and we will work with that. That's not a problem. In a lot of situations, I've gone up to him and his trademark minimalistic attitude. So whenever I would go up and say, how do we do this particular analysis, or how do we meet this challenge, he would turn around with a very simple phrase that, Asha, all they want to do is understand how to make consumers pay me more money, right? It would actually be such a simple yet penetratively sharp statement that he would come out with, that he would actually smile and say, why didn't I think about it as logically as that? And he's one of the few people who's actually told me that market research is structured common sense, and I keep telling it to anyone who cares to listen to me. He's really a man of very few words, but a lot of depth, and yet he has connected with each of us and each of his other colleagues, employees, associates at the level of the heart as well. And I'm really, really proud to have him being given this honor. And many, many congratulations, Ashok. And thank you for all that you have always been for me. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ashok, on this richly deserved Lifetime Achievement Award. I am so delighted and so privileged to be able to make this video for you on this occasion. Life in market research, especially in an agency, can be quite challenging, as we all know. But if you luck out and have colleagues like Ashok along for the journey, then it can actually be quite a lot of fun. Ashok brought warmth because he is a warm person. Ashok brought huge amounts of intellectual energy, and Ashok was always ready to be dragged in to help, especially in times of trouble, which happened again quite frequently in an agency. But more than all that, we ended up having a friendship that transcended agencies. I met him when he was working in Marg and I joined Marg, and after years together in Marg, we went our different ways. We've continued to remain friends, a friendship that I value a great deal, and I continue to maybe not talk to him for a long time, but to suddenly call him and say, hey, I have this issue, I have this problem I can't think of a solution for, just talk me through it. Ashok is generous with his time, Ashok is generous with his knowledge, and Ashok is generous with his data, and he never disappoints in terms of helping you come up with things that you couldn't have done on your own. His particular strength is in coming up with constructs that are as elegant as they are simple, as they are path-breaking. When he first told me about the Household Premiumness Index, which is the inverse of penetration of a durable in order to measure affluence, I have to say I was quite envious. It was just brilliant. The first SEC for rural India that he came up with, a construct that combines two unlikely things, the kind of household that you live in, kacha roof, pakka roof, and the demographics, I think education of the chief wage earner, which together is the best proxy for rural income at that time, was again absolutely brilliant. So behind that somewhat quiet demeanor, except for the sparkling eyes, lies a very alive sense of humor and a brilliant mind. I want to say that I think I'm exceptionally lucky to have had a colleague like Ashok, and I wish that all you young people have the same privilege and luck that I've had in terms of the colleagues that you have on this journey. And here's to an Ashok and everybody's professional journey. Ashok has also contributed in big ways to the industry. I think the IRS was absolutely world standard and more complex. He has taken Hansa and hauled it up to a powerhouse of an agency and created new and powerful capacity for the industry. These are things which have lasting footprints. And Ashok, I think the best is yet to come. So here's more power to your elbow and to your mind. And congratulations once again. And thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your mind. Thank you for allowing us to pick your brains whenever we wanted to. And best wishes and lots of love.
Good evening everyone. This gathering brings together a large number of my friends and colleagues whom I have been missing for the last few years. Thank you to all of you for being present here and for making the time to come here and cheer me on this occasion. I am thankful to the MRSI for bringing all of us together today and for selecting me to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award this year. MRSI has been a very important part of our industry and being recognized by the society with which I have been involved with for the last more than 2 decades is a special honor. Let me also thank the jury members Meena, Nari, Josh, Shonali, Pradeep, Pranesh, Amit, Partha and Suhail for selecting me for this award. Many of you have been close colleagues and partners and being recognized by you is especially satisfying. Congratulations to CK for getting this award along with me. CK has been a long-standing member of the research industry and richly deserving of this acknowledgement of his contributions. Dr. Lalit Kanodia deserves the thanks from everyone in the industry. He has been a huge supporter of technology adoption in our industry and thus making many of us future ready. Market research was an area I was interested in from my MBA days. An industry that had the word research in it was obviously of special interest to an academically oriented Bengali like me. I applied to IMRB during campus placements but could not go ahead with it due to the rules there. I started working for Exide Industries. There are 2 distinct phases to my 6-year stint there. First couple of years in a rural development project. This phase was highly educative and taught me a lot about how people actually live in rural India and what are their priorities and problems. Also learned quite a bit about handling unexpected and difficult situations during this time. And sitting in an open field supervising the weighing of 40 tons of ripe tomatoes has its own special interesting challenges. I have to thank Dr. Tapan Chaudhary, our project leader, for guiding a greenhorn like me through these challenges that we all faced. The second part in Exide was more traditional, a marketing services role in the marketing department there. This included assisting with advertising, distribution and market research. My exposure to real life market research started here. Shilu Chattopadhyay and more rekindled my interest in market research. As has often been the case, I had a great guide in Mr. Sudhir Chand in Exide. A chance meeting with Sudipto Sinha brought me to IMRB Kolkata. This is where I learned the basics of research, sampling, questionnaire design, managing data collection, handling bias, etc. and also had a very good introduction to multivariate analysis. This is where I was first introduced to media research, servicing NRS clients in Kolkata. I have to thank Thomas for the opportunity. This early involvement with media research helped me immensely over the next 30 years. Marg is where I started leading teams and businesses. I was learning different aspects of the work from Titu Dorab, Khushi, Meena and Rama. Marg was always a team of stars and I guess my role was to ensure that they had something worthwhile to showcase. The lesson here was that running a successful research company had 2 clear areas to master. robust research designs, good control on data quality, accurate and at times imaginative analysis, and obtaining meaningful and actionable insights were the bedrocks leading to client satisfaction. Integrity of and to the data was paramount. On the other hand, building teams, meeting targets, ensuring financial viability, and identifying growth opportunities is what kept an agency alive and growing. Both aspects are of equal importance. In MARG, I got great opportunities in furthering my interest in media research. First was the Indian Readership Survey, and next was involvement with INTAM. Praveen Tripathi initially led the way on INTAM, and hopefully I learned the right lessons from him. Leading these large-scale projects also gave me the confidence to take on large-scale ventures in the future. Hansa gave me the exciting opportunity to build something from ground up. Building a near startup to one of the significant players in the industry was truly satisfying. Competing with the established agencies, sometimes successfully, while often being short of resources, was really possible due to the support of our clients. Hansa won the IRS in its first year, and this allowed the agency to build the required infrastructure to become a relevant player. This was certainly a huge stroke of fortune. I must thank Shekhar and Sundar Swami and Vatsala Ravindran for their unwavering support all through the years. They gave me a completely free hand to create and run the agency as I saw best. I must also thank the large number of researchers and other professionals who kept their faith in me and often left established organizations to come and join Hansa. Their hard work and dedication led to whatever successes we achieved. They are numerous to name individually, but their love and attachment to me has always made me grateful to them. By the middle of the last decade, the industry was changing rapidly. A wide range of new technologies were becoming integral parts of market research. After a long stint, I started feeling that I was not being able to truly appreciate these changes. This led me to consider taking a backseat from active work. Now for a few observations on our industry. There are many things that the bright people in industry do right, but there are certainly a few that we could have done better. In my early days, there was a huge focus on the technical aspects of market research. Good sampling, good data collection, and painstaking search for insights were seen to be critical. Over the years, the emphasis has changed quite a bit. I am not sure this is all for the good, though it is possibly unavoidable in the age of AI. This industry has always been underpriced, thus leading to underinvestment in every area. A more collaborative approach by industry players may have reduced the pressures a little. But the real culprit is the loss of the role of research from being solution providers to becoming data providers. At least a few specialist organizations can take on the solution provider role even today. A glance at the list of MRSI members will tell you how the industry has changed over the years. Among the members now are a large number of technology and service providers, thus proving the importance of technology adoption in the work that we do. The range of technological changes are also immense. No agency, possibly with the exception of the very large global entities, can undertake to learn, invest and adopt everything. The age of the full service MR company may well be over, and the age of specialization is presumably here. So each organization has to select niches to successfully compete in. I have already mentioned about my gratitude to my mentors, colleagues and partners. Now is the time to acknowledge and thank my family for the continuous and unreasonable support that I have always received from them. My wife Asha is here, and without her taking care of everything, big and small, I could never have achieved whatever little I did. Finally, let me come to the MRSI. I would like to thank Nitin and the Managing Committee and the MRSI Secretariat, Mitali and team for running the society with great efficiency and for their efforts in getting the show smoothly together. And thank you Nidhi for putting up with me over the last 4 weeks. Thanks everyone and enjoy the rest of the evening.